All right, welcome back to another episode of Guitar Fundamentals on StichMethod. I'm currently in my RV, touring across the country, and I'm in Idaho, and it's raining right now, so if you hear some pitter-patter, hopefully it doesn't annoy you. I find it quite relaxing. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about the pick, and most importantly, what is called rest strokes. And I will tell you right now, when I discovered this technique, it opened up a world of relaxation in the mindset of guitar playing. It made my guitar playing less like a hyped up squirrel and more relaxed, because when you learn this technique of rest strokes, you really understand that you have a ton of time as a guitar player to think things out and work towards your goals. And so I want to show you what I mean by that. Today's lesson is brought to you by one of my students, Rob, who we were talking about rest strokes, so I figured I'd bring it to the masses. So I have a thick pick. It works better with a thicker pick, but whatever pick you use should be fine. And so a rest stroke, the idea of a rest stroke here, okay, I'm going to pause the camera for 1 second. I'm back. The idea of a rest stroke here is to take your pick and watch this. You're going to lay it right on the thick E string. Boom. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to fire this pick into the A string. And it's going to get caught on the A string. The analogy I use is like a fighter pilot landing on an aircraft carrier, where they come in and they have the arresting cables and the plane hits the cable, boom, and it stops. Same thing. This pick is your plane, and as you come in, you are now resting against the A string. And what we're going to do here again is we're going to take the A string, and we're going to fire it into the D string. And now what happens here is, I want to explain this. If I make a G chord, all right, here's a G chord, and let's say I play an arpeggio and I want to go, if you saw, I rest stroked those arpeggios. I didn't come out like this. The number one killer of guitar players is when I see their pick comes out of their guitar line. We don't want that. We want to fire right in. The reason being, there we go, the reason being is now, once you hit that, literally once you hit the note, you're pretty much into the string. And now you are primed and ready to hit the next string, and you have so much time that you can literally wait until you need to get to the next arpeggio. I find that a lot of people, when they're practicing arpeggios, will practice like this. You'll see that hand kind of come up, and that is a waste of energy. As soon as you come up, your brain has to start to guide your pick back into the string set, and that's a waste of your CPU, of your processing, of your RAM. So if we can keep our pick in the string set and literally primed and ready to go, then all of a sudden you just have to fire that pick at the moment you need it. So there's a difference between playing a G arpeggio like this. Watch this hand. You know, I see a lot of people, right? Like that, and the pick coming out. But now what we want is we want the pick to rest on the string it's going towards. So I'll hold the guitar up. And on the way up, you can do the same thing on the way up. On the way up, you just tilt your pick back towards the ground, like you just tilt it, and now. And so the rest stroke gives you so much control and time in your arpeggios. So let me show you a quick riff, okay? I'm going to make this, it's a D sus chord, okay? It's like a C chord moved up to the 3rd fret. You can see on the downward pattern, I'm doing a rest stroke. On the upwards, and then this little down, up, I'm not, because they're alternating strings. But here, down, 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 up, 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 down, up. Instead of, it burns a lot of memory and a lot of energy. Now, look at that, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And now I can move towards my next goal, and I'm ready to go. And now your timing gets so much better. And this is a key to like flat picking, are these rest strokes. If you're ever practicing arpeggios, the rest stroke is going to help save your day. Now, if you want to learn more about this, you want to practice this, of course, I have my Patreon page for the guitar fundamentals where I do practice sessions of this stuff so it can help fortify it. But if you're going to practice your arpeggios, any arpeggio of a chord right now, you know, you can sit and you realize, what I'm trying to get across to you, is that once the pick hits the string, it just sits there and it gets ready until the very next moment you need it. And when you get really good, the speed comes because you're just used to firing it in. So when you're that's what it looks like fast, but it's the same thing. Not coming out and going into the string, the rest stroke. And so you can practice this stuff with any arpeggios you want, but what you're looking for, again, I can't stress this enough, is to feel the liberation that you have. You don't have to worry about guiding your pick back into the strings. You realize, oh my God, my pick is literally against the string that I need in a fraction of a second, but I'm here already. And now you can pluck again. So rest strokes are important. It's a very, very quick video, but you do want to practice firing your pick into the next string. So let me show you a quick practice session before I go. If you take your G chords, we're going to do a G chord, and I guess we'll do an E chord, okay? 6 strings. You're going to do 4 down, okay, with the rest stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, look at that pick. Right into the next string. You have so much time. And then 4 up. All right, and then let's do an E chord. I think I should have chosen E minor. Let's do that again. G major to an E minor. That's better. And so you can practice 4 down and 4 up on the G, and 4 down and 4 up on the E minor. Really take this technique to heart. Really practice this. You need to practice this a lot until it starts to like work into your playing. But once you get comfortable with it, it will start to show up, and you'll realize, oh my gosh, like I don't have to stress out about the picking hand so much, because when I fire into my next string for an arpeggio, I'm right there. So hopefully this made sense. Very quick video. If you want to practice these ideas, join me again on Patreon, and thank you so much for being here on StichMethod. See you next week with some other videos. Rock and roll. Bye-bye.